open it up, and I'm just gonna pour it in the bowl with the cucumbers. And I'll show you what that looks like, because I'm gonna go ahead and pop that in the refrigerator. That way it can cool. I mean, they are both already pretty cold. That's what it looks like. Delicious. Okay. So we're gonna get started on cheese. And chicken is getting pretty close to getting done. Probably about 15 more minutes on the chicken. But in the meantime, while your chicken's cooking, just get your other stuff done. Pretty sure I already said that, but just in case you missed that, do other stuff while your chicken's cooking, because you don't want, it's really probably about a 45-minute meal if you do everything at the same time. Get your chicken, put your seasoning on, pop it in the oven, get your pot of water, get that going, and start cutting your stuff. When the chicken's done, your meal's done. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Speaking of lemon squeezy, I need to make some tea, but that really doesn't have anything to do with tea. Lemon tea, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna chop it up. I'm gonna put this in fours, this cheese. So if you wanna look, I got 4 little pieces, and I'm going to separate those and put them in the bowl. I'll show you what it looks like. Don't freak out. Some people really don't know how to cook. Some people are by the book. Some people are going to use the directions no matter what. I'm not one of those people. I don't use measurements at all. I just kind of play it by ear. You don't want to use this whole block of cheese. Why? Because your food's going to be nothing but cheese. So I'm going to use about a little more than a quarter. And then if it's not cheesy enough, you can always add more, but you can't take back. So just keep that in mind whenever you're cooking. Okay, the water's boiling. Water's boiling, okay. We have our cheese with our goodies in here. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the noodles in. I gotta go get the noodles. Water's boiling. Got the noodles. Open up your noodles. I mean, some people burn noodles at the bottom. This really isn't that complicated. Put the noodles in, let them cook, take them out. You don't have to add any oil. Some people add oil. I mean, if it makes you feel better, go ahead and add oil. Me, I don't. I just pop my noodles in. Just like that. Into the boiling water. And this is the noodles that I use. I know I've said it before, but some people need a visual. I need one sometimes. I mean, seriously. So this is what the package of noodles looks like. Boom. Boom. You want to make sure it says spaghetti on there. You don't want to get the really, really skinny ones, because then it's not going to be good. While the noodles are cooking, I'm going to check on my chicken. The chicken is looking great. Just got to play it by ear. Sometimes it might take a little. Everybody's oven is different. So sometimes it might take a little bit longer. Sometimes it might take a little bit less. I mean, you got them cooking on 375. But you don't want to overcook them, because then your chicken is going to be hard, dry. Your chicken's going to be dry. So you don't want to do that. Okay, so we are still going to continue to wait on the chicken. We have our noodles soaking in here, getting down in the water. And we got our cheese and our other stuff ready. We got our cans of Rotel. This is what the Rotel looks like, the one that I use. Rotel. And I get the cheap cream of mushroom soup. It was like 78 cents. The other Campbell's is like $1.28, I believe. 78 cents. And it does exactly what I needed to do. Same stuff, different can, cheaper. Catch my breath. Cooking in the kitchen. Down south cooking with Christy. Last clip. Anyway, you can multitask. Like right now, I'm waiting for the noodles to finish cooking. I'm waiting for the chicken to finish cooking. I've got everything else done, so I wouldn't put a load of laundry in. Your family will appreciate it. And I hate doing laundry. Hate it. Hate it. So, got my laundry on. Just waiting. Patiently waiting. Can y'all hear me good? Do I need to talk louder? Yeah, I got a load of laundry done for the third time and still waiting on this stuff to finish cooking. Chicken is getting close. I'm ready to show you what it looks like, and I'm ready to take a bite and rub it in because it's gonna be good. Down south with Christy. Tell him. Cooking down south with Christy. Say it. Don't be shy on camera, baby. He'll liven up maybe next video. Say bye-bye. So I got a pan out to make some corn with, and somebody used all my butter whenever they had a crawfish boil this weekend while I was out of town. And you can't really cook, I can't, I could, but I'm not going to cook corn without butter. Country crock, I cook a lot of food with butter. If I don't have it, it doesn't taste right. I'm a butter cooker and I'm a butter lover. No, I ain't gonna eat it with a spoon while it's cold, but I will put a shitload of butter on my food because I like it that much. So, corn's out, but I do have some breadsticks that I bought that I want to try out. So whenever the chicken gets done, I'm going to leave the oven on and I'm going to put my breadsticks in and we're going to see how they turn out. Never had them. They look good, but sometimes the package looks good, but the food is not good. We'll see how it turns out. Noodles looking good. Still waiting. Noodles are done. Time to strain them, but I don't really feel like getting the strainer out, so I'm going to show you another trick. Here, I'm going to get the pot with the water in it. So here it is. Let me move this out of the way. So I have it. Got my lid on it. I'm going to move the lid, and I'm going to put my hands right on top of the lid. You got to be careful with that. If you've had the lid sitting on top of it for hours, if you're cooking something else, then you don't really want to put your hands on top of the lid. You're going to burn your hands. But this lid has been sitting out. I've just been letting the noodles cook. I'm going to turn the cold water on just because I don't want to burn the drain. I don't know. And I'm going to pour the water out. It doesn't really matter if you get all of it out. Actually, it's kind of good to keep a little bit of that water in there. Because you're fixing to put your other stuff in there and it'll melt. It's just water. It's not going to kill you. Okay, now it's time to put our cheese and onions and celery in the pot with the noodles. I'm going to go ahead and open the can of Rotel, the can of cream and mushroom. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there too. Depending on what it looks like is going to determine if I'm going to put 2 cans of Rotel or 1. Right now it's looking like I'm just going to put 1. I don't want to overkill it with Rotel. So we're going to go ahead and put this in here. And I should have already, while I was standing there not doing anything, opened my cans. But, oh well. I don't have an electric one, but I do have this pretty freaking badass one. I got it from Walmart. And it clicks. And then it unclicks. Wow. Okay, cool. Open my can of Rotel. I don't ever open the lid all the way because the lid falls in there. I open the lid until it pops open. Whenever it pops open, pop it open. That makes sense. Put my can of Rotel in there. This can has one of those tops on it, so I'm just gonna open that one real quick. And I'll put this lid inside there. Put my cream of mushroom soup. And that is looking good. It's smelling good, looking good, everything. I'm gonna go ahead and stir it. The cheese is melting. There's a little bit of that hot water in there. I'm gonna not keep it on high, but I'm gonna turn it to about 2, 3 while this cooks. Oh, and I bought this cool thing. I don't know if you can see it. From H-E-B, the one on Villa Maria, because the one on 21, we know that one's ghetto. For $4. $4. Let's go ahead and stir this up. And it smells good. Smells really good. Everything looks to be coming together really nicely. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you what that looks like, just so you can see. I mean, you want to see if you're doing the right thing, and that's what it looks like. Cheese is melting. You got everything looking good. The chicken has been in there probably for about 35 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. I'm gonna chop it up on the cutting board and let the cheese finish melting. If the cheese is too thick, then I'm gonna add the milk. That's why I told you the oven. We're gonna go ahead and slice that up. This is what it's looking like. Smells delicious. There's gonna be a little bit of that chicken broth in the bottom of the pan. I just took that chicken broth and poured it right in the pot with the chicken spaghetti because it's gonna be good. Chicken broth is actually really good flavoring for you. All right, so I have my first piece of chicken. I don't know if you can see that or not, because whatever. I mean, it's there. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting that. Doesn't really matter how you do it. You just want to cut it up. Okay? Get it as small as you can. You want your little pieces of shredded pieces to be in your chicken spaghetti, because I think personally that tastes the best. So I have my chopped up chicken, and I'm gonna put it in the bowl, in the same bowl. You don't need to be using a bunch of different bowls. Put it in the same bowl that I had my cheese and onions and celery in. I'm gonna go ahead and chop up another piece. And then I'm gonna go ahead and quickly do this, and I will be back with y'all. Okay. Chicken chopped. That's what it looks like. I just put them on the counter, whatever. Okay. Done shredding the chicken. This is what the end result looks like. The chicken was cooked perfectly. It is absolutely delicious. It is so juicy and so good. Okay, our pot with our spaghetti, cooking real good. I'm gonna go ahead and add the chicken in. Let it go ahead and cook with everything. Excuse my charger. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the chicken in. Done with that. Okay, I have a huge pot of chicken spaghetti in here. Stir it any way you can. Get it stirred up. Y'all don't want to sit and watch me stir, do you? Got the spaghetti stirred. This is what we are looking like. Here we go. It